And welcome back to more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So last time we completed the Mushroom Cup, and this time are taking on the Flower Cup. So who are we going to choose? Well, I have my reasons, but I think we're gonna go with Luigi for this one. And we're gonna mix things up a little bit. Let's go with something a little bit different for a card combo. I am completely winging it at this point. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good combination in the slightest, but hey, why not? Let's experiment a little bit. So it's tradition to start out the Flower Cup with Mario Circuit, and this game is no exception. This one is kind of interesting because it's designed like a Mobius strip, because it's Mario Kart 8. So it's like infinity, but it kind of is, yeah, basically a Mobius strip if I'm not mistaken, but also ends up being shaped like an 8. So I've never used this combination of kart parts before, so this can only go well, right? I should also mention that karts aren't the only option. You do have bikes returning from Mario Kart 8. There are inside drift and outside drift bikes. All karts are outside drift. We will be showing off some later, I think. To be honest, I'm kind of just winging it with part combinations, so I haven't exactly decided on proper loadouts, like what will be the best loadout for each map, which is probably a terrible mistake. I just used a Bob-omb as an item shield, which is always scary. It won't actually hurt you, even though it probably should. So yeah, this is kind of a neat little track. And this is also featured in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it comes back for Ultimate. I don't remember, actually. I'm not the biggest Smash Bros. Fan, so if I misspoke, that's why. I'm pretty sure it's in Wii U, and I'm pretty sure it comes back for Ultimate. So far so good, actually. This really isn't that bad. Problem is, for me, is there's kind of no middle ground. If I went to 200cc, it would probably be really ugly. So, as easy as 150 feels, I think this is preferable to getting completely curb stomped by all the CPUs. I probably will show off 200cc at the end of the playthrough, which I actually have an idea of how I'm going to structure this playthrough. I think every 4 circuits or 4 cups, I'm going to be taking a break and showing off battle mode. So I have 3 sets of battle mode videos planned, and I'll be showing off different modes and options in each set. So we'll be doing the 4 main cups: Mushroom, Flower, Star, and Special, and then battle mode, and then so on and so forth. And that's Mario Circuit down. Got hit by a blue shell right at the very end. I guess that's kind of typical. One thing I should mention is that there's actually a rival system in place. So certain characters have like one CPU that will typically be their rival, 1 or 2. I think Mario's rivals, for example, are Bowser and Peach. So if you noticed last time, Peach was consistently near the top of the rankings. And in this case, I'm noticing Daisy was number 2, so I actually don't know which characters are rivals, but if, say, Daisy keeps getting 2nd place, then I think it would be a pretty safe bet that she's Luigi's rival. Koen Harbor is actually probably one of my favorite tracks. It's just kind of nice, it's scenic, this little jump here is fun, there's a lot of shortcut potential. Like, you don't have to go on these awnings, you can actually drop down. It's a little bit harder because you have to dodge like the poles of the awnings. I'll probably show that. I actually kind of want to show off shortcuts and alternate pathways when I can. I'm not sure how well I did with that in the first part, because I was just I wasn't really thinking about shortcuts. And also Mushroom Circuit, or Mushroom Cup, doesn't have too many tracks with alternate pathways, but, you know, with Flop Ruins, I only stuck to the left and middle paths. So right now we're gonna go this way. This way is actually longer, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure someone has routed out which is the fastest route for every track. I actually don't know offhand. I always go the straight path instead of turning. I said I would go through the lower path. We saw one more lap though. And we're gonna go down this time. I actually remembered this time. Also, the music is really good. I like having the little toads along the side of the track. There's good ambience in these, and there's a lot of nice little environmental details. It's just a very pleasant game to look at. And, we'll be seeing this a little bit later, but there's actually a couple DLC tracks which provide an interesting HD look at certain levels that actually were in franchises that didn't have Wii U games at the time. Animal Crossing is one, as you've noticed, Villager is a playable character, so Villager is actually a racer in this, and Link. So Villager, Link, and several other characters with DLC. On Switch, of course, being Deluxe, all DLC is included, and I think the DLC is actually still worth it. If you have the Wii U version and for some reason don't want to play the Switch version, the DLC isn't even that expensive. I want to say it was like $12 originally for 4 cups, so that would be 16 tracks. That's like a pretty good deal, all things considered. So yeah, that's the end of Toad Harbor, it looks like. Only 2 more turns, and we're good to go. Also, the trolley is kind of an obstacle. It's usually not that big of a deal, though. I didn't even remember to mention it until the very end, so that says a lot. So much for Daisy being the rival, I guess, if she was at the very bottom. I thought the rivals typically end up placing consistently towards the top of the leaderboard. I know in older Mario Karts, that would be the case, like Super Mario Kart. The AI is pretty relentless, so your rival character will consistently try to speed past you. So I did say I had a reason for picking Luigi. I think it should be pretty obvious now. Twisted Mansion is another pretty fun track. I also just noticed on the side of this cart it says 1-up. I don't think I ever noticed that before. There's so many little details everywhere in this game, it's kind of incredible. Personally, I find the jumping mechanics, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but there is a trick system where if you jump, or which is the same button as drift, R or Z, R, if you jump on a ramp, you can do a trick. So you can trick off glide ramps as well, which we will be doing right now. Right up ahead, like so. But this level has the moving floor, and you can do trick jumps off of it when it's like moving upwards, and it's actually kind of difficult. These types of trick jumps are not super consistent for me. I usually go for them and mess up a bunch of them. So like right here, there's 1, there's 2. That's not bad. A couple tracks are worse though, because the oscillations of the floor are a little bit more erratic. One of the later Rainbow Roads, actually 2 of them, have this problem where they're a little bit difficult to time jumps off of. Now, I'm not sure which path is faster between left and right. I usually go right because you can glide off this ramp and hit the upper path. Let's go the lower path, just for variety. So in terms of items, Mario Kart has a very standard set of items. You have the green shells, the red shells home, and on other opponents, the triple varieties of both, which AI can actually get. It's very rare, but I'm pretty sure in older games that didn't really happen very much. In Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo, there was a feather item. This item actually comes back, but only for battle mode. And Boo is... I think we've seen Boo so far. He'll come in and steal an item from you, basically. That item is added for Deluxe, if I'm not mistaken. So like, banana, that's pretty standard. Shells are all there. Bullet Bill returns from Mario Kart Wii, if I'm not mistaken, but I think it's kind of based on the Chain Chomp from Double Dash. I think there's also some more items I'm completely forgetting about. This game actually adds an interesting item called the Crazy 8, which gives you 8 items, such as a star, which makes you invincible and gives you a speed boost, a mushroom, which gives you just a speed boost, and a bunch of different projectiles and different interesting things to work with, but you can only get a Crazy 8 when you're basically in last place. So the way the item system works is as you work your way towards the front, you get you get worse items. So I'm actually gonna sit here for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna drop down a few places just to prove a point. Villager got stuck on the wall. I've actually never seen that happen before. So this is actually really fun, going up this waterfall with the boost pads. So we got a boomerang. So this item is like a shell, except it's limited distance, and of course comes back to you 3 times. So you have an upper path and a lower path. Obviously we're going the upper path for fun. I think it's faster too. Yeah, I'm intentionally kind of hanging back to see if I can get better items. So far, not having the best luck with that. But yeah, I think mushrooms you can get around 2nd or 3rd place. But yeah, as you get towards the top of the rankings, you get worse items. I think it's actually pretty balanced though. Like, if you're really good, I don't think the items will mess you up as much as Mario Kart Wii, which is the worst for allowing really easy comebacks because of how overpowered a lot of items are. I think I saw a bullet bill down there just a few moments ago. So Shy Guy Falls, I love the dynamic music because you occasionally can hear the Shy Guys working in the background in time with the music as you pass by certain areas, like right there. I know I'm talking over it, but still, it's a nice detail, and yeah, that just goes back to what I was saying about this game, just having a lot of nice little details. Tracks can even form when you drift in certain areas. Like, I don't know if it's super obvious, but yeah, in certain places you can actually see tire tracks. It's just a really pretty game, and I'm really glad this game got a second chance on Switch, because frankly, the Wii U didn't sell very well. I think this is one of the best-selling Wii U games, but it really could have sold a lot better. But yeah, it's doing super well on Switch. Also, there's a shortcut off to the right. I don't have a mushroom, so I can't take advantage of it. But you can see the other path there, the little fork in the road. I cut that way too close. Never mind, actually everything worked out because I threw a shell backwards. Either way, that is the Flower Cup. Another perfect run. So far we're doing pretty good, actually. A little bit better than I expected, to be honest, because I thought the AI would be a little bit more jerkish at times, but we're having a pretty good run. Got another replay. Also, you have headlights and dark stages. There's Villager. Also, each character has their own, like, set card combinations, so the Villager had, like, a car that I think is designed to look like a beetle from Animal Crossing, and anyone can use it, but Villager specifically uses that one because it's Animal Crossing themed. And here you have it. Another cup down. So next time we're going to be taking on the Star Cup. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Mario Kart 8.